Hey guys, welcome back to 365 Days of SEO. This is Christian Bullock. Today we're talking about a technical SEO item, and that is how to quickly perform a site audit on a website. So it's kind of funny. We say quickly, but a site audit should not be a quick process. Sure, there are tools out there that can spit something out based on a crawl that they do that can give you a little bit of insight into some of those audit items that you should be looking out for. But an SEO site audit is not a quick thing. I usually take multiple hours performing a site audit, anywhere from 5 if it's a small website to up to 10, even more hours if it's a bigger website. And the reason why I do that is because I want to become as intimate as possible with that website. I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know navigation patterns. I want to go to deeper level pages that no one or hardly anyone's ever seen before, right? And I want to do all my homework. I want to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks in terms of knowing everything about a website. So when I perform a site audit for technical, content, whatever SEO purpose, I do a couple things. First, I use Screaming Frog SEO Spider. Best tool I've ever used. There's a Mac native application out, costs about $100 a year or so. Completely worth it. You can think of this as your own personal spider, your own personal crawler, right? You input a URL, it'll crawl through through the website, find all the URLs, and give you information such as does it return a 200 success HTTP code, or is it a 301, 302, 404, etc. Gives you everything like title tags, meta description, meta keywords if pages still have those, H1 headlines, H2 headlines, how many characters there are of text on the page, how many internal links, how many external links, everything you'd want to know about every single page on a website. Screaming Frog SEO Spider gives that to you. That's my starting point, okay? So when it's time for me to start a site audit, I input the URL, Screaming Frog SEO Spider, I let it run in the background, and then I just roll up my sleeves and get my hands dirty. Start kind of clicking through the website, seeing what I could see from I've done dozens and dozens of these things. I kind of know some of the problem areas that websites tend to have. But it's always good to go and experience the website from a user perspective. How does a user click around this website? How would they click around the website? Are there any stumbling blocks you're hitting? Are you hitting any issues, etc.? So that's more of a usability issue, but it's also one that can help strengthen your SEO audit, because not only you have all these SEO recommendations, but you throw in some usability ones as well. From there, Moz tends to have some really great checklists. There's a new checklist out, 2015. I think it's a Moz post that they promoted the main blog. Some great check boxes to look through there. Things like looking at page load speed, of which I use Google's own tool for that. You input a URL and it tells you some of the issues it's having. And then, of course, on April 21st this year, that's when Google's going to start placing more ranking weight on websites that they find are mobile friendly for mobile device searches versus actually penalizing, and I said that in a very Canadian way, penalizing websites that are not mobile friendly and not having those websites show up as high in a mobile search result as those that are mobile friendly. So the mobile friendly thing is a really important thing, as well as just general page load speed as well. From there, it's just really important just to pull in all the information possible, again, from Screaming Frog SEO Spider. Go to google.com, do your site : search operator, so site : domain.com, see how many results are showing, compare that to how many pages might show up in your Screaming Frog SEO Spider. If you see a big difference, you know that there's an issue with search engines not indexing certain pages. So you got to start thinking about it from a perspective of, is this an issue with how the search engines are crawling the website? Is it they see the pages but they don't think they're authoritative enough to show up in the search results? Is there some duplicate content issues going on here, which is why Google has a much lower number than Screaming Frog SEO Spider? And does their sitemap XML file maybe not include all the URLs, or maybe they don't even have one? That's very helpful when it comes to submitting all your URLs to a search engine. Those we've covered off on videos in the past. So when I say it's a quick process, an SEO audit should not be a quick process, but what you can do is certainly take a couple of these tools and start using them in conjunction with actually going to the website yourself viewing everything from your point of view. And I usually just have a spreadsheet up, and as I go through, click around, I see some issues, I jot it down. And then I start using some of those crawl errors, crawl reports, etc. from Screaming Frog, as well as going in a Google Analytics account if I have it, and seeing, okay, what are the issues here? Are people accessing these pages? What are the most accessible pages? Are there any pages with a high bounce rate? Those type of things. So that's how I perform an SEO audit. Again, not a super quick thing, but once you start getting in the pattern of doing these things, they start getting a little bit quicker. My name is Christian Bullock, 365days at SEO.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow.